Alright, so the Ahead of the Game team got together and we wanted to figure out something new and exciting for the 2015 season. So we got a little bit of goose season left this year, so we all decided what better than an archery goose hunt. So today I'm going to show you how to make a flu arrow. Now this right here is an old school flu arrow. Everybody's seen them before, but this isn't what we're going to make today. Today we're going to make a spiral wrap flu arrow. Very simple to make and takes hardly any time. Alright, so what you're going to need to make these flu arrows are some of your old arrows. Take the fletchings off of them. You're going to need full length feathers, 320 grit sandpaper, some super glue, a foam brush, some contact cement, some mineral spirits, and a razor knife. That's all you need. Very simple. So first off, what you're going to do is you're going to grab your arrow. Already has the fletchings off of it. You're going to take your sandpaper and you're going to sand it down. And what this is going to do is it's going to give the contact cement something to grip to. And it's also going to take off some of the excess glue that was left behind from your old fletchings. So once you got that sanded down, grab your mineral spirits, get a little bit on a rag, and wipe all that excess off of your arrow. Get it nice and clean. Then you're going to let that dry. Normally it takes about 30 seconds to a minute. So you're going to get your contact cement, shake it up a little bit, and your foam brush. Yeah, that's dry already. And just going to get a little bit on there, and where you want your fletching is where you want to apply this onto your arrow shaft. And don't be shy about putting it on. Put it on there nice and thick because you're going to let it dry anyways. And if you go over where you didn't want your fletching, doesn't matter because you'll never see it and it doesn't really weigh anything. So once you got that nice and coated, set that over the edge of your table. You're going to have to let that dry for 15 minutes. Now you grab your fletching and you're going to do the same thing. Get your contact cement and run it down the spine of your fletching. Once again, do not be afraid of putting too much on. And that's it for your contact cement. Now you're going to have to let this dry for 15 minutes or until it's dry to the touch. So once it's dry, that's when you can combine the two to get a good bond. Alright, so once your contact cement is dry, all you do is grab your arrow, grab your fletching, and with the thumb that's holding your arrow, you're going to hold down the very end, press it down fairly hard just to get a good bond to start with. And then all you're going to do is just do a consistent spiral wrap all the way up your arrow. Then you're going to do the same thing at the top. Press it down, hold it for a second. Now what I like to do is the contact cement holds fairly good, but for a little added insurance, I put just a dot of super glue on top and bottom just to make sure. And if you have any excess that will not, any of your fletching that will not stick down to your arrow, just grab your knife and just snip it off. Alright, so now all you got to do is fluff it up a little bit. There you go, you got a spiral wrap. Now, we opt to do just one fletching because a goose is a pretty good sized bird, and this will give us a little added penetration, a little farther distance shooting. But if you were rabbit hunting, a little close quarters, go ahead and put another fletching in between your first wrap, and it'll slow it down a lot more. Your arrow will not fly as far. It's extremely simple, it's extremely cheap, and it's just a lot of fun. So, like my brother says, stay ahead of the game.